Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode here on Strictly Flying. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we are yet again back in Amsterdam and on our way to the city of Stavanger in Norway. My flight is booked with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. However, just a week ago, I received a notification that this flight will not be operated with KLM, but with German Airways instead. Now, this is a first for me, and of course, I have to document it. So let's find our way to the gate and check out what this airline and their aircrafts have to offer. Welcome on board. So the big question is why KLM is wet leasing aircrafts from German Airways. Well, it turns out that KLM's own aircraft, more precisely their newest Embraer 195 E2s, are experiencing engine issues and has resulted in these aircrafts being grounded. And since we are now in the busy summer months where a lot of us tend to travel for the holidays, KLM has decided to wet lease aircraft from other companies to avoid cancelling any flights. But rest assured, these flights are still officially KLM, and of course, you get all the benefits as you normally would when flying with KLM. Now, as you can see, it is a very busy day here in Amsterdam, but we have finally arrived at our gate. But unfortunately, it looks like we have to board a bus that will take us to our aircraft. Finally, we arrived at our aircraft, and it looks like this is a special livery, which I found to be quite cool. And the aircraft is an Embraer E190 and has a registration Delta Alpha Charlie Juliet Juliet and is currently 18 years old.
Passengers, welcome aboard this KLM flight to Stavanger. Please put on electronics in the overhead lockers, a small hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you, as we expect a fully booked aircraft. Thank you.
So, welcome aboard this rather old and tired aircraft. Now, the legroom is not great, but still very standard on what you find on other European airlines traveling short haul. But I still think they could upgrade the cabin every now and then, and this emergency safety card looks like it's just as old as the aircraft itself. Now, surely it can't cost that much to replace these now and again. So, all in all, first impressions aren't that great, and I'm just glad that this flight is only just over an hour long. After takeoff, we were served the very famous sandwich that KLM usually serves on their flights, so it was a relief to know that despite wet leasing aircraft from German Airways, we are still getting the familiar service from KLM. And personally, I just love these sandwiches. And soon enough, we started our descent towards a very cloudy and rainy Norwegian coast.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
So here we are, welcome to Norway. Now, before I say goodbye, have a listen to the cabin crew announcement and try to spot their mistake.
Dear passengers, welcome to the airport of Stavanger. Please remain seated. As soon as the fasten seat belt sign is switched off, you may collect your belongings from the luggage bins. You may now switch on your mobile phones. We wish you a pleasant stay in Stavanger, or good onward journey. Thank you from our crew working on this flight. Look forward to see you on board with KLM again soon. Thank you. Take care. That's it.
Now, I'm guessing that this crew usually flies to and from Hamburg a lot, but I found that mistake to be quite amusing. Anyways, what do I think about German Airways? Well, as a very frequent flyer with KLM, there is a noticeable difference in both the standard of the aircraft but also the crew. Now, listening to the cabin crew's accent, I do not think that they are from Germany, but rather from another Eastern European country. But regardless, they were very polite and professional, but I do prefer when the crew are from the same country as the airline itself. And KLM has also invested a lot into new aircrafts the last decade, and their cabins are always new and fresh, but the state of the German Airways cabin is nothing more than sad, old and dirty. Now, hopefully KLM will sort out the engine problems on their new Embraers and get them back into service soon. Anyways, if you are still watching, then a big thank you for joining me on yet another flight here on Strictly Flying. As always, if you enjoy my videos, then please give me a like, and as always, consider subscribing to my channel also. Until the next time, happy travels and stay safe. Bye bye.